morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you. Start by introducing yourself and give us a quick update as to your background and how you got here and what we're talking about today.
Okay. So my name is Ivana Bajic. I'm Serbian. I live in Los Angeles, and I am so, happy and lucky to have a house in Costa Rica in Nosara. So I'm coming here from 2014, and I love this place. This is my second house. I'm here today because all these years of being in Nosara and getting to know the community and working with the girls, mostly learning to surf, I realized that, my life, it's completely different than what I get here when I spend a month or 2 months. So I decided to create a project. The name of the project is A Nature of Surf Women, and it's going to be a coffee table book, let's say multimedia coffee table book, but it's going to have like extensions because all the good things never grow alone. And for now, we finished the first stage, which is the production. We shot girls that surf, and that will be presented in a book. And now we want to make a book. And then I have this big desire to create a traveling exhibition and show to the world, these ladies, how awesome they are and how they don't have a problem, with their age or, body shape or color of the skin.
So it doesn't matter age, size, shape, any of this stuff. You're saying everyone.
No. Yeah. So what happened is that I finally, like a year and a half ago, started surfing in a green water with my instructor, and I switched from a guy to a girl because I was like, okay, I need somebody to speak with my language, that I can start being better in paddling and position of the body and everything else. And my friend Anne became my instructor.
My name is Anne Skut. I am from Denmark. I live here in Nosara, Costa Rica. I am an ocean lover, happy surfer, still learning to become an advanced surfer, but a very happy surfer. I'm a vegan private chef. So I am a lifeguard, and I run lifeguard trainings here locally in Nosara.
And there, I start spending every morning in the water, because for me, like being in the water before sun is the most precious thing. And I don't know how to explain to the people who never experience it. I hopefully through the book, but that's like the most beautiful thing that I ever, had in my life. So I start seeing girls in the water, because, when you start paddling to the green water, you are more welcome and people like you more, you're not like just a beginner and a problem in the water. So I start seeing all these girls, different age and different nationalities, and they all, oh, I'm from here, I'm from there, I do this, I do that, and I slowly start being in love with them, all of them, and one day I said to Anna, listen, I'm going to make a book about you, about all of you. And I want to celebrate that in the way that people who live in like big cities and people who have no opportunity to understand that surf is like a sport for everyone. It's just like how you want to, approach to that, how much you want to, spend your energy and time, giving to the ocean and to the, learning to be a good surfer. That's the only difference. So, and then COVID hit, and I live in Los Angeles and I work in the film industry. So I'm a film producer. So I had no job, and I was like, okay, now I have no job. So why don't I make my own project, which I already promised to myself and to my friends that I'm going to do. And I have to tell you, like for me, COVID was like a really, really happy time of my life because I didn't work for a network, or I didn't work for money. I worked, making myself and my friends happy. And
you get to think about surfing and get the imagery and the sounds and
everything, it started like, combining, and unbelievable what happened. I think this project is really blessed by the universe, like, I don't know who believes in what, like, let's say from the universe, because I really wanted to work with a local person. And one of my friends here said, oh, there is the very good documentary photographer. She's a girl. She lives she lives in France, in Lille, but she's currently here and she can fly out because she can go into the France is locked. And I was like, yes, let me call her, let me see how we're going to work with her. So I made her to come to my house and live here and do the test. And I called my best friends, like, be the best towards her, like make her feel incredible here, And the tricky part was like Gabriela Tellez is the photographer.
Mi nombre es Gabriela Tellez, yo soy la fotógrafa del proyecto Nature Surf Woman. Soy una fotógrafa costarricense. Ahorita, en este momento les estoy hablando desde mi casa en Francia, que es el país donde actualmente resido. Cuando empecé el proyecto con Ivana, yo no estaba muy segura de lo que estaba haciendo porque realmente el mar no era como mi espacio de confort. Yo no, a pesar de que es mi país y todo, yo nunca tuve como esta relación con el mar, más bien siempre le tuve miedo, le tenía miedo a las olas. Y a través de este proyecto, y gracias a la ayuda de Ivana y de Anne, ellas me enseñaron cómo a comunicarme de manera diferente con el agua y a poder buscar en este medio una forma creativa, una forma de comunión con lo que es con uno mismo y con los elementos naturales.
She likes sweet water. She's like swims in a river or a pool. She doesn't like the ocean, and this is an incredible problem that a lot of girls in Costa Rica, they don't like ocean. They are afraid of ocean. So she was a little bit afraid. She was like, "Oh, I'm not sure. I love the project and I understand your narrative, but I'm not a water person. I don't know to surf. I don't know. I'm not good in the ocean." And I was thinking, okay, this is very interesting because, when we start working on this project, when I start talking about it out loud, I was thinking, I don't want a person who knows to take water and, water photography, because she's going to do exactly the same what we are seeing in magazines and in this whatever, media that present these super beautiful, sexy girls, like in this, very
this pose or this image or this angle, the same kind of. And,
like this wind in the hair and this. And I'm like, we don't look like that. We do not look like that. We don't. We're washed out most of the time, And so I was like, very interesting. So she doesn't know the secret. And then I was like, okay, let's try one time, and I wanted somebody who had the experience in a documentary photography, because the general idea was that we take one female, one girl, and then spend a little bit time with her and see what she actually likes to do in the nature, how she connects with the nature, that she likes to, walk on trails, that she likes to, just, chill out in tide pools, that she likes flowers or she likes birds. We really need to find how she's going to be the most relaxed with us, because we didn't pose them. They took us to their favorite places. They showed us their secret places, where they meditate or swim naked or whatever they do, And I was like, okay, this is very good for documentary photographer. And then surf photography has to follow that. But if she doesn't have experience, she will start seeing things that we don't see usually, because we're used to on the prototype of girl, how she should surf. And so I joined Gabi here in August, and we drowned her twice. It was terrible situation. We didn't know how, because the equipment is very heavy. That's 8 to 10 kilos equipment. And, she's not a good swimmer. The waves are strong in August, So we drowned her first time a little bit. So she survived, and she was like, okay, I'm a little bit scared. The second time she was that scared. It was this is terrible. I can't do this. So we had to change the tactic, because nature photography was developing beautifully. She had the connection with the girls. She understand their, every girl is different in different age, and we worked with girls from 12 until 67. And, nature speaks with you differently, especially when you are a woman, in a different, stages of your life. And it's a beautiful transformation if we see a woman as one with, woman as one, nation, let's say, like one community and woman united with the nature. So that went incredibly well, but water was super problematic, So in that time, my friend Anne, she was in Denmark, and I called her and I told her, okay, like, should I make some, contract agreement if in the case that something bad happened to her, what I'm going to do? And she was like, okay, I will come. Let's, start again water photography in December. And then we figure it out. So we invented this floating tube, like we put a floating tube, and Anne was literally swimming with pulling her into the green water. And then she was duck diving her when there were big waves. And, but what was the most important thing? You really need to work with the person who likes water to start loving and not be scared of water. Let's not be scared. So she had to teach her okay, this is the, wind, and this is the swell, and this is the direction of waves, and this is why she's doing this or that. So I think, it was good experience because they grow together. So I don't think she was one body there were two heads and one body in that ocean. And it's magical what we got at the end because, we saw, we really focused on details, like veins on the body or skin or wrinkles and, that, fuerza, strength of the female body when she pulls and push her board into, big waves. So, it was adventure, I have to say. It was adventure. But I think we got the product as we wanted because I really think that it's important that today, especially when there's so many girls coming up as surfers and, discovering that they can be competitive or they can be chilling in the water and surfing, and they don't have to, the guys accepting this easily nowadays. And it's not important that she has the smallest bikini while she's surfing. It just doesn't, she can just put a lot of sun cream and look like a, whatever, like a mascot, it's not important anymore. So I think these kind of projects and this book will, just push you a little bit okay, I can do this. Okay, I'm free. I'm, I can do whatever I want in that water.
So it sounds like you're trying to get a different angle on imagery, on the images themselves, on the models, the subjects themselves, in a pure, authentic, being themselves type of moment. And you're also trying to document the experience from the water a little bit differently. And this is what's going into your book. But on your website, I noticed that you have amazing images there right now. Can you tell us about that?
Well,
first off, tell us your website so people know where to go.
Yes. So if you want to check out our work and find out more about the project, we have now finally launched the website. It's natureofsurfwomen.com. And so, this is a self-funded project because I am loca and I really want to do this. But I do have a lot of support from, everywhere, from my friends and from people from my industry, which is important for me. And so I was thinking, okay, how I'm going to push this a little bit faster and make the money so I can, go from stage to stage, not in 5 years, but in 1 or 2 years. So we decided to make a collection of limited edition prints, and they're all available, for sale, for buying.
So that'll help fund the book.
Yeah, and all the money we will take and, fund the book in the way that we really need now, like a good editor and a designer so we can lay out the book. And also, I think this is a very challenging project for me. I would like to start and to try to put the book on a Kickstarter, and reach out to many other, people from the world who love surf or they love to be in water or they are interested in nature. So just spread the interest, oh, this is something, which many different, people can be attracted from many different sizes. It's not only, it's about girls surfing, because it's not.
Hi, my name is Catherine Terrell, and I'm so excited to be part of this project. One of the ways in which I'm contributing to the book is by writing the epilogue. You will see the nature of Surf Woman, but what about nature herself? We are facing an environmental crisis globally, and Nosara is no different. The balance of nature has reached a tipping point, and it's up to us to turn things around.
Yeah, I'm starting to get what you're saying. You're trying a completely different angle. There's tons of surf books. There's tons of surf stories. You're trying to do something different. And hopefully that resonates and people get interested in it. Anyone listening to this who is learning you for the first time and hear about this project for the first time, what do you want them to know? Do you just want them to go to the website and keep their eyes open? Or do you want people to take action in any particular way? Like what do you want listeners to hear right now?
The most important thing is that, people start like paying attention of project like this. I really think so, because it's a huge movement worldwide of the females doing something important, like, in ecology, in sustainability, in, not shaming our bodies anymore, in, stopping any kind of aggressive behavior towards women as a gentle, gender. And I think that, more we have projects which are like dealing with this subject on a positive way and telling the message to the girls that they can be, better, stronger, more like free to do what they want. That's the approach we should have. Not the approach that we have conflicts or violent approach to this. We are better now and stronger. We're not, we are what we are. I just really want that people start learning and educating themselves and their children that, that we are going in this direction now, that we really want to be equal and that we want to do stuff on the way we want to do it. That's the most important thing. And yes, any support in the way that, people can say, oh my God, I really like these prints. I will buy a print to support the book one day. Great. We are grateful for that. But in LA, there is now a lot of exhibitions where you can see how female photography or female art evolved through the years and how we are more open to expose what was always considered not beautiful, like our wrinkles or our tummies after the pregnancy, or unperfect bodies, or a little bit bigger butts or a little bit bigger boobs, now, we need to understand that, it's not ugly. It is what it is. And, you have to accept me as I am, and I have to accept myself as I am, And I think this is the crucial part of this project, because I was always thinking, when I started surfing, I thought, these girls are so perfect. They're so perfect. I mean, how I'm going to, go out there. But then when you actually start surfing, nobody's perfect. Why are people skinny? Because they choose what they eat. That's it's only connected with your DNK and, your metabolism and how much you really push yourself to be fit or not. But you don't have to be extremely, thin and ripped to surf. Because there are so many guys who are chubby and surfing wow, this is thing that, and
Hey, shout out to all of us fat guy surfers, by the way. Thanks for getting that in there.
But no, I spoke a lot with the girls because, the book, has this huge diapason of girls, from 12, 14, 17, 20 and up. And then, when you speak with these younger generations of girls, they're in this magazine, she looks like that. And in this magazine, and, boys always I always think, did my boob fell out, while I'm surfing and this and that, we always struggle with these subjects, And I have a daughter and I don't want that she thinks when she goes to surf her boob, is out or not, because there is the guys' boobs are always out, So why we have to, be so, considering my biggest problem is will my boob, went out or not during this surf session.
What I think is interesting as I listen to you is you're getting something that you've lived with your whole life that's been on your mind and your heart. You're getting to get that out there to the world, but you're integrating surfing into it and you're outside of films and movies and news and your normal job. You're getting to do it with something fun. And you're combining something fun with your actual, a real heart, mind type mission. That's got to be a unique feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I think that everybody needs to surf. once in a life you have to come to some beach and try it. I really think that surf completely changed my life. I am a true believer in this. And, I don't mind to get up every day at 5:30, be on the beach 5:45, surf like early morning and go back in the afternoon if the waves are good. And I'm not even a good surfer. I'm like medium surfer, I'm still learning. But I really think that, having a privilege that you start your day with that energy, like cleanse from everything in the morning, like you have that long day and then you went to bed and you sweat in your bed and you have the dreams, like good dreams, bad dreams, and like what I have to do tomorrow for my work, for my family. But then you enter this water and everything is like, I don't care, actually. These 2 hours, I really don't care. And that feeling, I don't care, and I'm here to have fun with my friends on the waves, is the best. There is no gym, where you pump your muscles or, run on your trail that can give you that feeling, right? So
it's very hard to describe.
It's very hard to describe. But, I really think this is what I'm thinking. Okay, if we have a book, if I make this book, we can actually reach a lot of people because, it's easy to grab a book in your friend's house, in a shelf of the store, it's easy to, go through the book. But then I was thinking, okay, what if we create these huge prints where you can really actually see every detail of that, like water, sprinkling and, these girls like surfing and then, it's wonderful to see art, in a big format, right? And, I don't want to forget this to say, but, I also think that, world changed a lot and you can see that, now it's not only about one thing, even when we make films, it's not about film. You always have some, gadgets to sell or events, to go and, have this immersive, experience of whatever, Star Wars. So I was thinking, okay, I can do just a book, it's too simple. So, we decided to implement QR codes and, we worked with Martin Stewart, who is a sound engineer. He has like a big collection of natural sounds from Costa Rica. And so you will have this like a surprise effect. So because you will open the page and you will see that small QR code and you will be thinking, oh, what is this? And then when you click it, you could hear ocean or rain or crickets or some of the girls singing or, something super smart or something super silly from one of them. So you get that interaction, you get that like closer connection with them, because it's important that you get to know these ladies, like that you understand.
That's an interesting angle that you're bringing up, because if you can combine the imagery and connect a sound to it, that's more of an experience.
Yeah, because I think when we surf, I mean, you are a better surfer than me, but do you think that that sound of the waves and ocean and the wind is actually really strong? Like it's not that we surf and everything is flat. There's so many action happening in your ears and in front of your eyes that it's like it's satisfaction in all our in all levels that and this is what I think, if you just read the book, you can't feel what I feel out there in the ocean, right? You just can't. But if I add you a sound, maybe you will be more, into that.
Well, I'm excited for when this comes out. While you're still here, though, anything you want people to hear, say, or do outside of buying prints or just know the book's coming? Is there anything else you want to get off your heart or your mind while you have this platform?
I am so grateful for every lady who participated in this book.
Mi nombre es Nalia y soy de Nosara. Tengo 21 años y soy surfa. Soy de la playa. Decidí participar en este proyecto porque era un libro que expresa la naturaleza de la mujer y del surfing.
My name is Taylor Bradley. I'm 16 years old, and I decided to participate in this project because I thought it was an incredible opportunity for girls to come together and surf and collaborate and just inspire each other.
We have 31 girl from Nosara, lady from Nosara, different age, who actually gave us her time and you know, spend the day with us in the nature, the day with us in the water, and also so many days in between. And I'm super happy that the community reacted so well and that they supported us and they gave us their time and you know, they share with us like their life, you know. So we I know their houses, their wives, their children, you know, they cooked for us. They took us with their car when our car were broken, you know, like it is, I'm really, you know, for me, like this project is so much more. I feel so much obligated to deliver on the best possible way. So they, you know, they also feel proud. So I want to say at the end that I will do my best to deliver this in the best possible way, because I think they all deserve to be, you know, remembered forever, you know, for the things they do. And what they do is they live one beautiful life, free and outside of, you know, box and stereotypes. And they really love themselves and this nature and this ocean. And I think this is the most important.
Congratulations on making it this far. And we'll be excited for the book to come out. And keep us posted, because it sounds like, doesn't sound like, your actions prove you're really motivated on this one. This one has your heart. So
yeah,
be cool to see.
I'll come back with the book.
Sounds great.
Thank you.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thanks for what you're doing.